If you want to become a successful trader, you must check your ego at the door. It's a constant reminder that I tell all the traders that I meet. Traders like us, we must put our pride and ego aside when we start trading. Ego will make it hard for us to think clearly and will cause us to make emotional decisions that doesn't make sense. So if you want to become profitable, consistent profitable trader, you must put your ego aside and we must approach trading with a clear and logical mind. Before we dig in the charts, reminder, Fibonacci's Academy playlist, 25 videos on how to become a better trader each and every day, technical side and the psychology behind trading. So before you take any other course, any other mentorship, any other paid service, check this Academy playlist. SPY on the daily, 443, very tough resistance. Look left, resistance, resistance once again, but on the good side, we are bouncing off this purple trend line. This purple trend line is holding the higher lows since March. As you can see, each and every time price reached it, bounced also last Friday. We got a bounce off this purple trend line. Now let's see, continuation above 443. In my opinion, only a close above 446 will give us with high probability the confirmation that we need, that bulls are back. QQQ, we can take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high. Now, let's see continuation above 370 and then 373. All this area, 370 and 373, very tough resistance, but on the good side, we are in higher lows. Dow Jones, 346, still a very tough resistance. All this area, 345, 346, very tough resistance. So only a close above this area, we can say that bulls are back. But we still have here the 339 gap. Below it, we are heading towards 331. Always prepare for both sides. Never be biased. No one knows what will happen next. IWM, 182 is the support that needs to hold. 188 is the resistance that we need a weekly close above it. Look left, very tough resistance during June and July. Broke to the upside, went back down, broke down. 182 now is the support. Below it, we are heading towards 176. Bitcoin, nothing much since Friday 18th. Just moving sideways. Ethereum, same thing, 1640 to the downside, 1715 to the upside. Nothing much on Ethereum. KRE, regional banking ETF. We have this purple trend line that shows us that overall this ETF is in an uptrend, holding the higher lows since May. Now all we need to do is look for a close above this area. It's always an area. It's never a certain price. Look at here. Resistance, resistance, resistance. So, by natural things of price action, we need a 2 days, at least 2 days close above this yellow line, above the 44.50, above the 45. And then we can take long with this trend line as our risk management. XLV holding above the 132 together with this purple trend line, holding the higher lows since May. Low, higher low, higher low. Now let's see continuation above the 134 and then we can take long. Of course, everything you see in here on my channel is for educational purposes only. Always do your own due diligence. It's your money. In the end of the day, you need to take care of your money. No one else will do it for you. Check the links in the description below. If you want to take your financial freedom in your own hands, We have the one-on-one live mentorship program available in English and in Hebrew. And we have the pre-recorded same program, pre-recorded 6 hours, 49 lessons. For now, available in English, both programs guaranteed lifetime access, support, guidance, and all Discord channels. Oil still in a short-term downtrend channel, long only above it, and then it will go towards this red box, this red resistance area that goes back to November 2022. Natural gas broke below, now trying to get back above it. Let's see if natural gas can do it. We can take, let's clean the chart. We have a clear trend line that's holding the lower lows. Now let's see where it's going. We have broadening formation on natural gas, long continuation above 270. We can take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high. Fibonacci gives us all the levels of resistance and support for future price action. Long continuation above 270, and then we have 277, 287, and then towards this upper purple trend line. SOXX bouncing off this trend line. This trend line goes all the way back to April, holding the higher lows. Friday, Doji. Now let's see continuation above 495. Then we are heading towards 511. 511 will become a very tough resistance for the SOXX. Look left. Resistance, support, resistance, resistance. Always look left. Train your eyes without Fibonacci to identify levels of support and resistance. I would like to ask you, just take 1 second to hit the like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you won't miss any other future videos, and our live pre-market each and every day, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, live pre-market preparations. Hit the notification bell. Apple bouncing between the 177 and the 181, long above 181. Then we are heading towards the 187. Above 187, we have an open gap to the upside. We also have an open gap to the downside at 167. A weekly close below 177. In my opinion, this gap will get filled. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Which gap Apple will close first? 167 or 190? Comment below. NVDA trend lines are the true support resistance for price action. We have this white trend line that became from resistance. Now, since earnings gap, it's support. Nothing much on NVDA, basically moving sideways. Long continuation, in my opinion, only above 480. 480 is this level of resistance. Not surprising. It was the previous all-time highs. Now it's becoming resistance. Above it, we're heading towards this white trend line. Meta, we have a double bottom scenario, but we need a validation on this scenario. Long above 294, 294. All this area, the 290, 294, very important level of support and resistance. Long above it, we're heading towards the 300. Above it, 305, and all the levels to the upside. AMD holding above, barely holding above this white trend line. Still in a downtrend, nothing much. We had Friday Doji indecision. Today we have inside Doji indecision. So if the market cannot decide on AMD, we surely cannot do it. So stay on lines, sit on lines, and stay for further confirmation on AMD. Tesla 243, still a very tough resistance. We have said that once price will reach this area will become a very tough resistance. It's only technical analysis. It's not so rocket science. All we need to do is look left and identify this area. Open gap, support, 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 broke to the downside, and now resistance. Long, 2 or 3 days above it, and then we're heading towards 253 and 263. Tesla also have a gap to the downside below this purple trend line, and we have a gap to the upside, 290. Same thing as Apple. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Which gap will get filled first? My opinion is not relevant. I want to know your opinion, or any other feedback or suggestion will be much appreciated. Microsoft moving sideways, all this area, the 320 to the downside is the support. Let's check Fibonacci. What Fibonacci tells us? We have this area of resistance. Now 320 to the downside, support below it, we are heading down. We have an open gap over here at a 280. Long, in my opinion, on Microsoft, only a close above 332. Amazon trying to get back above this white trend line, but second day in a row, Friday and today, failing to do so. Long above, in my opinion, only above 137. We have a gap over here, and as we said, and as we are saying in the past few weeks or so, until this gap will not get filled, Amazon will have a very tough time for the next leg up. Google, sideways move, nothing much. The only positive thing about Google for now is this purple trend line is holding the higher lows. But as we can see, since earnings gap end of July, sideways move, 127 together with this purple trend line is the support, 134 is the resistance. Breaking below this trend line, a weekly close below this trend line, and we are heading towards the 122, even 2 days below it, and this gap will get filled. Long continuation only above 134, at least 2 days above it. Netflix, red trend line holding, but we also have lower highs since July 19th. Earnings gap to the downside, sorry, and then since then lower highs, lower lows. So if you want to go long on Netflix, in my opinion, only above 440, just look left. 440, very interesting level of support until it broke to the downside and then became very tough resistance. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you won't miss any other video or our live each and every day 8:30 Eastern Time pre-market preparations. Until the next video, do good things.